Greetings, Manila Sentinel fans. This is Abzabando, and today I'm going to do a tabletop assessment and review of an all-steel single-action subcompact pistol, the Tanfoglio EA-380. Now let's skip through the boring details and let me post technical specs right here. As mentioned, the EA-380 is a small subcompact pistol. Let's compare this with a full-size 1911. As you can see, it is indeed subcompact. Now, from the limited information available according to my research, this particular pistol was made sometime in the late 1980s to the early 1990s. I believe it's no longer in production by now, which is why I also decided to do my own review, since I was able to get hold of a specimen pistol. Now, even as a subcompact, despite the small size, you can see that even without the magazine, it's possible to have at least 3 fingers on the gun. And yes, the magazine does come with a finger tab. And once on the gun, you can see you can have a full purchase. Now, what sets this pistol apart from its modern day equivalent is that it has a fixed barrel, which is staked into the frame, and it also has a built-in front sight, but it has a drift adjustable rear sight, which allows for the gun to have a very low profile. Unfortunately, there are no aftermarket sights for this particular pistol. The grip panels are simulated wood. It has a heel release for the magazine, as opposed to a left-hand side mounted magazine catch button. This particular lever is not a slide lock, but rather a safety lever. But the gun does have a slide lock. Once the magazine is empty, slide locks to the rear. Once the magazine is released, the slide goes back to battery. Now, the gun also lacks any sort of checkering, either on the front strap, under the trigger guard, and also no checkering in the back strap. It has a slight beaver tail, which allows for a very high grip, and overall it looks very similar to the Beretta M71. Now, what are the features of this EA-380? First, let's look at the safeties. This pistol does come with a magazine safety. Once the magazine is released, the gun will not fire. But with the magazine in, it goes bang. The next safety is a slide-mounted firing pin block. So even if the hammer were to drop on a live chamber, with the firing pin block engaged, it will not fire. With the firing pin block, so wala. Subukan natin i-activate ngayon yung firing pin. And lastly, we have the frame-mounted safety. If we put it in the S position, even with the magazine inserted, firing pin block disengaged, the gun will not fire. But once the safety lever is disengaged, so how does the gun break down? First of all, we clear the pistol. Make sure there are no rounds in the chamber. Put the safety lever in the S position and pull the slide back all the way and up. Now the slide disengages. And that's about it. The gun is ready for cleaning and maintenance. Notice that on the pistol, the barrel is staked in place onto the slide, so it will not unlock during firing. To put the gun back together, reinsert the slide safety lever, put our recoil spring back in, see that it's properly aligned, pull back, and we're good. So what are my thoughts? What do I think about this pistol? Because of the all-steel design, this gun is quite heavy compared to, let's say, a Glock 42. But the all-steel construction makes the gun very pleasurable to shoot. And if I were to carry something like this, I would most likely put a round in the chamber, ease the hammer down, and when I'm ready to engage, simply cock the hammer back. Mind you that when the slide lever is in the S position, you might accidentally disassemble the gun when you pull the slide back. And after an informal range session with this gun, I found it to be 100% reliable. No malfunctions of any kind. The recoil, because of its all-steel construction, is quite pleasant. Will I carry something like this? Of course I would, despite the limited firepower. For one, the accuracy is decent. It's not a marksmanship pistol, so don't expect to hit 1-inch groups at 50 meters with it. This gun was made mostly for contact distances, so don't expect it to be a tack driver by any stretch of the imagination. Now, is it a good carry option? Of course it is. Unfortunately, this thing is no longer made, so we were just lucky to have had a chance to have a decent range session with this gun and play around with it just a little bit. And that, friends, is my short review on the Tanfoglio model EA 380. Thanks for watching.